Oh wait, we actually one-cycled, what? What the hell, the build isn't even done, we don't even have Astral Wind! Something PvE players, including me, have thought was impossible for the longest time was a PvE build that is good at everything. Soloing the Diluvian with ease, one-cycling ethiron, and clearing floor 1 in a really low time. But the Tempest Tyrant V2 can. While doing the aforementioned things, I killed Chaser in 4 minutes with this build, and it wasn't even a particularly fast run. A quick disclaimer before we get into the rest of the prog. The Tempest Tyrant V2 is actually 4 separate builds. All 4 have slightly different purposes depending on what you want out of a generalist PvE build. And as always, the showcase and build maker link will drop at 1k likes or 500 subscribers gained on this video. So let's get into the progression of Deepwoken's most legendary PvE build. The first and only all-purpose PvE build. Hello everyone and welcome to the Tempest Tyrant V2 progression. This is actually my second time recording this, because the first time I completed the full prog and just got Dawnwalker, but I was only recording Discord the entire time. So yeah, I have to redo this whole thing, but don't worry because we can progress super fast, and I can already say that this build is monstrously powerful. For the V2s, I've done something I don't think any other PvE build in Deepwoken has ever successfully done, and that is to create a PvE build that can do everything. And not just do everything, but do everything well. Because a lot of people typically look for a Diluvian build, because Diluvian builds can still do layer 2 and all that, whereas boss killer builds would struggle to do Diluvian in small parties. However, with this build, I know that I have cooked up something that can solo the Diluvian and do stuff like clear layer 2 in 5 minutes and one-cycle Grip Chaser. So yeah, this PvE build is going to be absolutely insane when I finish progging it. Right, first job has appeared. I just need to find where it is. Right there. What are we dealing with? Oh, Corrupt Chakra. Easy, easy. I don't know. Why did he freeze for a second? What? Another job nearby? But what I'm hoping won't happen is that other job won't aggro. That other job aggroes, then I have to fight 2 things at power 1, which will be a little tricky to say the least. Corrupt Alpha Chakra. I kind of want to power up before I fight that thing. So I'm going to kill the Chakra, go back to Castle Light, and buy my Boulder, just so I can spam that and prayer beads initially. This Chakra is making me so nervous that it's going to fall off. Luckily it didn't. Let's just start looting, and I'll call it the deep back to castle. So the Tempest Tyrant V2 build is actually multiple builds, like you've probably seen me doing quite a bit lately. There is a total of 3 builds that I will release under Tempest Tyrant V2, those being this build, another version of the build that is a little more suited for general boss killers, because the build I'm progging is also really good for layer 2 speedruns, and then the third build, which will be a pure Diluvian build. However, I'll tell you ahead of time that that third version 2 will just be a re-release of the 1.6 mage build, just because you've got to keep in mind that when people go to look for a PvE build, they're going to assume that the version 2 is the best. And while the V2s of the Tempest Tyrant can all solo the Diluvian, I want to release the best Soul Diluvian build, then the best boss killer, then a good combination between Diluvian and layer 2, to essentially cover all bases with the Tempest Tyrant. And before you ask about this build's boss killing capabilities, no, it's not on par with the God Slayer or Celestial Saint, but it is still incredibly strong in its own right. Sadly, making something as powerful as the God Slayer that's able to solo the Diluvian is impossible. Anyways, now that we've got power 2, we have Change of Perfection, and that'll just make us killing monsters significantly easier. We'll head back down here, and we'll see if some of our jobs are still around. Job is nearby, Lionfish up there, perfect. Something nice and easy. I've just noticed I haven't actually got Animal King in a while. Despite me having wiped tons of slots recently and making tons of builds, I've still never gotten the Regalia. I'm horrible at dodging that beam. I can't lie. Okay, just dodged it. Could have been kind of risky there if we didn't. But with this Lionfish dead, we can once again start to spam all of our training items. You might be wondering why I'm not following a direct stat order, and that's more or less because I like to wing it for a lot of my progs. Slash, I just spam all the training items because I know I won't mess up the build. I've progged way too many PvEs for that. So it's just significantly quicker for me to just get all my points out of the way as fast as possible. As you can see, we're already power 3 in 5 minutes, which is pretty good. Crab spawn, I'm gonna run away from that. It's not corrupt, thankfully, but it's still gonna take ages for us to kill. Save your pack mule. I guess we'll get Warrior's Respite. I don't actually like it that much, but it's an extra rare. Corrupt Lionfish there. Sadly, I've got to take out this crab first. I just hope that Lionfish doesn't aggro. Alright, unfortunate. I'm just gonna run away so I don't have to fight 3 things at once. The Lionfish will be lured over here, so then I can fight it. I'll just stand on top of this tree to get its aggro. If I just put some terrain between us, the beam also won't be able to hit me for any damage. Now it's just as simple as holding M1 to kill this Lionfish. That crab down there won't bother us at all. Very lucky that beam didn't damage me. Kinda risky with relying on the posture break of the Lionfish. There we go, posture break. Hey, we're kinda just M1ing it now. Alright, we've got the Lionfish and a very good cycle. Damaged. It should hopefully be close to death. There we go. We had max change while killing it. Now I can go back to killing the Crustaceous Rex. Probably should have parried that, and that. Thankfully, nothing else is spawning to interrupt me. Okay, I need to slow down while attacking the crab and actually react to its moves, rather than just spamming M1. Okay, I can sort of think of this thing like a shocker. I just need to M1 twice, and then just react to whatever it does. Thankfully, it's not corrupt, so we should be able to kill it reasonably quick. There we go, crab dead, and now we'll go take the chest for some free loot. The good thing about being deep bound is you can sell your loot, and basically never have to worry about paying to upgrade your mantras later on. Just grab this. And there we go. Back to spamming. We should get another power-up from this. Oh, damn. All from Fortitude. Alright. We want that, so I'm going to take Carnivore for now, just so we don't need to worry about an extra rare, and we never have to deal with food issues again. King Thresher there, I don't think I should fight it at level 4, but it's fine because it fell off anyways. No more points in a Fortitude, so I'm just going to spam the dumbbell, and we might be able to get to power 5. Or... is that a corrupt King Jelly, I think? No, just normal, just normal. This thing is pretty easy to deal with if you know what you're doing, but it will take a lot of time. You just want to... oh my god! No way. No way, no way, no way. We got a King Thresher on us as we're fighting the King Jelly. Well, this isn't ideal. I think we're good, though. I think we're good. Oh, normal Threshers. Okay, I can take that. I can take that. Yeah, we get so many King Threshers on us in these progs, it's crazy. They're good XP, but I'm definitely not risking fighting them at my power. Thresher dead. Let's see. Where is that King Thresher anyways? Corrupt Shocker. Let me see if I can power up the safety. I think if I use my prayer beads, I should be able to. There we go. Replenishing Knockout. And then we'll grab Grasp in Reality. We're getting Heretic Sutra on this build. Yeah, by the way, this build manages to get Brick Wall, as well as having some of the highest damage of any build in the game. So yeah, expect some pretty crazy stuff from it when it's max power. Okay, now we'll take out the Shocker. I hope that Jellyfish doesn't end up messing with us as we're trying to fight stuff. I think the King Thresher's also gone, or it's like stuck behind a wall. There we go, Shocker dead. I don't want to loot this chest because I'll get over carry capacity. Let's just use the dumbbell some more. Then we'll spam the... and... Power 6. Trying to rush through the early powers as fast as possible, just so we start doing enough damage to actually hurt some of the more tanky enemies. Okay, get rid of those, and just take the rare card. Force... freeze that. Take Bastion. We do not need any of these, so I'll just roll 2. This build is going to have a lot of mantras as well, just because in order to do both the Diluvian and Layer 2, you need not only offensive stuff, but you need mobility as well. Oh my god, I don't want to fight the Alpha Shocker and a King Jelly at the same time. That's going to be difficult, but a normal Thresher I will fight. I know I can burst this guy down quick enough. The most dangerous part of Deep Bound isn't singular enemies, it's just corrupt Brood Lords spawning in and having to fight multiple enemies at once. That's what gets most people wiped. I'm just gonna get one more Fortitude point by holding out the boulder, just because 50 Fortitude is a milestone for us, and now I should be able to get to 30 Strength pretty easily. Alright, lock that, and we're gonna use the Prayer Beads. By the way, I'll say this ahead of time, but I know there's some people who will end up watching other people's progs, and then just skip to the Shrine of Order and to the Power 20 part, just to comment the stat order to get some likes. However, this video, I'm gonna do a little bit of trolling. So what I'm gonna do is, when it comes to the Shrine of Order, and when I get to Power 20, I am going to edit fake stats on screen just to see if I can catch anyone that's just skipping through the video to get free likes on their comment. So just keep in mind that when you see the Shrine of Order and the Power 20, the stats will be fake. Obviously, during the actual showcase, they'll be real. Just curious to see if I can catch anyone that's just not paying attention and trying to farm comment likes. So if you guys see anyone commenting having like shadow or like just an incorrect stat order, you know that they're farming for likes. I mean, there is people that legitimately watch the prog and comment the full stat order, which I don't mind. Dealing with this lionfish, then I will go try my hand at that King Jelly again, and the Alpha Shaco as well. Let's use the prayer beads. We definitely need to get willpower up. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get to power 8 right now. The good thing about progressing as an Adret with Autodidact is we essentially get half the points we need to power up every power. So basically at power 15 on this build, we won't need to invest any more points manually, and we can just rely on Autodidact. Get Last Resort to the finish, and we don't need any of these, so just roll 2. Okay, now... Oh, that was so low already. Damn. Wonder if that Alpha Chakra is still around. If it is, we can go kill it for some even more XP. However, it looks like it fell off the edge. Alright, we'll just go back to Castle Light, and we'll see if... Actually, once we go back to Castle, we're gonna start training our Thunder Call on this build. Just because we need to get the 50 Thunder Call relatively soon for the sake of mantras. But don't worry, if you've seen my other progs before, you know just how insanely fast training your element on builds is. Since if you use Lightning Beam on the guards, especially with a Blessed Gem, you'll be using the self-conducting loop constantly to gain points. It's crazy efficient. So we should be able to get all the Thunder Call XP we need in just a matter of minutes. What you want to do is stand here, make sure you pick Lightning Beam, and then you can, well, hit these guards. They won't aggro on you if you don't hit them too much, but you'll get a lot of Thunder Call points incredibly fast. The devs really seemed to make Element incredibly easy to train. I mean, ordinarily you are meant to be attacking monsters with your mantras, not guards, but it just so happens that the guards at Castle Light are incredibly tanky, and thus can withstand being lightning beamed many times over. There is a risk if you use multi-hit moves like Burning Servants or Tornado on them, so you've got to make sure you're picking the right mantra. And just from me yapping, we're already about to reach Power 9 on this build in about 17 minutes, which is wild just how fast Deep Down Prog can be. Burn the rare, take a Magical Resolve, free ethiron hit is very good for the Diluvian, take another Bastion card, and grab Lightning Clones from the mantra hand. This is a very important mantra on the build. Lightning Beam, and then we'll keep investing points into our Thunder Call. We probably already have enough XP to reach the next power, just because Vow of Thorns makes frogging your element insanely fast. Already at 30. The next goal in this build is to get to 50 Thunder Call for a 3-star Thunder Mantra, which we should reach momentarily, because we're already most of the way to power 10. Final couple points. And yeah, we're getting about 1 power a minute thus far, which is really fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to start burning stuff since I don't want too many junk cards in my hand. Although this build does shrine really late, so it's not like we're gonna have issues getting all the cards we need. The shrine on this build can be as late as power 18, which is crazy. Don't need any of these, so roll 2, and back to lightning beaming the gods. We actually won't power up again from just Thunder Call, so what I'm gonna go do is sell all the loot we got from Deepbound, and then we can honestly just continue to kill monsters to invest points into our Fortitude and Willpower. Sell all of those, 1k notes, that's going to be plenty when we need to go to the surface. Just going to continue to spam self-conducting loop, couple more points, lightning beaming the guards one last time for good luck. Actually, I forgot to Mystic, and there we go, 50 Thunder Call on this build. We'll lock that stat, and this is going to be the last we need to train on it. Trust me, the start of this build looks a little bit weird, but you'll get the vision when this build is max power. Let's go over here. I see 3-star mantras, and that'll be Thunder Call right there. Or it'll be Reinforced, which we also need. Anyways, I'm going to lock the other stats I have just for safety, and we're going to take some more quests to get our XP. Waste. There we go. Nothing I can't handle. Gigamed. Yeah, Gigamed's fine as long as they're... Oh wait, no, these normal jellies are called Gigameds. My bad, I get the King Jellies confused with the normal jellyfish sometimes. At least we're building free chain stacks of these guys for the monsters. So yeah, we're currently averaging about 1 power every 2 minutes, which is crazy, considering I'm also commentating the entire time. There's an owl up there. I don't want to fight it right now. I'd rather fight it once we get the XP from our jobs. Let's use the prayer beads. We might be able to power up here. There we go, power 11. The depths, exoskeleton, free 10 HP. Discovery of fire, that is a very important talent to the build. We'll grab Surge just for fun. I just think the purple lightning looks cooler. Yeah, this is gonna be annoying. This is gonna be an annoying Shaco. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the edge though. Oh damn, we killed that surprisingly fast. Grab the gem, we haul, then we'll just get to 50 willpower. Perfect. From here, I'm just gonna spam until we get a lot of fortitude. I'll try and get our reinforced armor Rex, and then I'll try and go get our Heretic Suture requirements. Grab Unfazed. Then Spark Swap, perfect. That is something we needed. Let's fight this owl. Hopefully it's not corrupted. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Do I risk it? You guys believe in me? I believe in me. Hopefully nothing else spawns while I'm fighting a corrupt owl, because I can't exactly run from it. I'm basically flawlessing it thus far. It's pretty interesting. Oh wait, what? Okay, that's way easier. I was always so nervous fighting owls because of how hard they were to run from. I guess I'm just like passively getting better at all things. Despite popular belief, I don't actually consider myself that good at PvE. I just make good builds, and thus that makes it easy for me to perform well. But I mean, since I've progged, what, 50 PvEs at this point, I'm obviously getting more adept at fighting monsters. Jumpstart, nothing we need. I'll just grab Surge cards for fun. That's right, champions will take the free rare, and then vitality. Okay, we got something up here. The corrupt alpha Shaco. Yeah, I'll just wait for the guards to die, and then I'll jump in and kill it. Alright, never mind. Max out our willpower faster than I thought. Oh, you know what? I can kill this lionfish pretty fast. I'll just burst down this lionfish, and then I'll go kill that alpha Shaco. Since the guards really make fighting a target like that annoying. Lionfish dead. Oh, yeah, there's gonna be 4 guards in it now. Didn't expect that, but hey, at least they'll weaken it for me. Just saying, 100% of these posture breaks are just me. Is that guy gonna grip the guard? Yep. Oh, wait, they saved the... I'll save you, I'll save you, I'll save you. I'll save the guards. I'll be a good Samaritan. This man's burning the guards! What's he doing? That one dive is throwing. Regardless, I can just use their glacial arcs to try to get up here. So I think this one might be the best one to use. Perfect. That was barely able to get me up here. Now I'll just loot all on this chest. Carrying too much. Alright, we'll head back to castle to sell, but I should be able to reach power 14. I'll grab Bulldozer, extra rare card, why not? I'll burn Chronostasis and just take Catalyst Strike. Center job is nearby. Wait, is there a job nearby? Or was I just like seeing... Oh, crop lionfish. Perfect. I'll drop something so I can grab the ground equipment. Okay, third reopen the chest. Spam the dumbbell. Spam boulder out. All the fortitude we can get. Now I'll just use the prayer beads. We may be able to get to power 15 right now. If not, there's a big load of XP right in front of me. Now we'll just M1 it, and thankfully we should have max chain from that alpha Shaco, so this guy's gonna die really fast. Plus the DVM scaling from being power 14 helps quite a lot. Okay, this beam will hit us if I'm not careful, so I will actually dodge it. Posture Rick him a little early that time, but I'm not complaining. Perfect time for a King Gigamed to spawn. Just finished what I was killing before, which I will pick my cards while fighting it. Kind of annoying to do, but I'll be fine. By venting, I can kill the jellyfish as they're spawned and get free health packs. Very useful trick to fighting these guys. As long as you have tempo, they'll be completely free. And Gigamed down, get to 90 fortitude. This is sort of the point where I'm going to start actually adhering to a stat order. So I'm going to get to 80 willpower, and then I'm going to jump to... Actually, no, I'm just going to jump to 100 willpower right now, if possible. I mean, we got so much XP from that lionfish in King Gigamed, and we're about to kill an owl. Right, we'll freeze Piercing Will and grab Reinforced Armor. So, okay, Piercing Will. That'll pair well with Heretics when we get it. Don't need any of these. Although we will need to re-roll Mantra's Post-Shrine, so I'm just going to grab Emotion Wave for now. I know that's not horrible. Chuck that in that slot. Nothing in the chest. We are still over carry capacity, but it should be fine. Ran out of XP, so perfect time to kill the owl. No, I'm not corrupt this time. This will be way easier. Oh my god. Oh, thank goodness that owl died when it did. I could not fight an owl while getting chased by a corrupt brute lord. Holy. Imagine if Broodlords didn't make roars when they spawn. They would be so deadly. So you know what? I don't even need to invest points with my training gear anymore. Get this out of here. I probably went over the amount that I needed where I can just start using my auto didact points to power up. Thankfully, it looks like that Broodlord isn't chasing me, and it spawned in at the right time where I'm not really in trouble. Anyways, let's head up here to the campfire and just start investing into our willpower. We're gonna have so much XP that powering up is gonna be easy. I was 17. Don't need any of these. I'll grab Shared Misery for now. I'll grab Pack Mule for the carry load. I'm going to be doing a lot of talent rerolls later. This build will require you to use Shrine of Chance and Shrine of Temptation. Grab Vitality, keep investing into Willpower. Then I'll go to 100 Fortitude. Lock that stat. We're going to need Intelligence and Agility post-Shrine. So invest and invest. Right, final power up. Before I end up going to the surface to unlock more achievements, I am going to go to Deep Widow in order to get the Heretic Sutra requirements. Also, just saying, power 18 in 30 minutes is absolutely insane. I don't know what we're doing this prog, but we're absolutely blitzing through it. I guess I'll just grab a 3-star, I'll grab Lightning Cloak. That is never going to be useful to us since this build doesn't have good M1 damage, but at least I can reroll it later, and it's a mobility tool. That Broodlord is definitely going to be there still, so I'm going to take the safe route and just use my glider. Thankfully, he can't snipe me mid-air with Mud Skippers, otherwise I'd be in a lot of trouble. Deep Widow is just over there, so we'll get Insane from Deep Widow, Call of the Deep back to Castle, get our Heretics, go to the surface, and then we can finish out the prog there. It'll be pretty easy. Alright, gliding over to Widow now. I jumped off that mushroom over there in order to make me have enough height in order to reach with the glider. Once we get over Deep Widow, I'll just jump down, aggro it, and stand behind the door. For quite a while, I decided to use really odd ways of gaining insanity in my progs. Like, I was drinking potions, I was standing next to the Celestial Hardened Songseeker. Yeah, but now that I'm actually using Deep Widow, I'm realizing that was so time inefficient. Like, I knew Deep Widow was the fastest, but I didn't think it'd be this fast to gain Insanity. Maybe it's just because I know how to navigate the Tempest better now. Like I said, once you do 50 PvE progs, you tend to get really fast at navigating. Now we're just going to stand here for a minute and let us gain Insanity. We only need to reach tier 1 Insanity at one point in our lives in order to gain Heretic Sutra. So I'll just continue to let it pull me in. It doesn't look like we're getting sanity now, but when you get webbed, you slowly gain sanity over time. And since I'm getting webbed multiple times, that insanity gained is essentially stacking, allowing me to, well, gain insanity at insane rates. Sometimes you will get pulled through the door as well. When that happens, you've just gotta run back. Widow did deal a bar to me with one attack, but that's not really gonna be an issue since I won't be here for that long. I'm curious though if Widow could actually be meta in order to, like, you kill it at low power, you get a lot of XP. I feel like that could work, although it's gonna be really hard to rival Deep Down jobs since they're insanely fast. Alright, you can see we're starting to go insane. The corners of our screen are slowly starting to get a blue vignette. I believe that's what it's called. The little shading thing around the borders of the screen. I'll stay here for a minute until I start to see scales. That is tier 2 insanity. It's more than what we need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Alright, there we go. We're starting to see faint scales. I'll get grabbed one more time just for safety. Now we just need to wait out the 30-second combat tag, and then we can Call of the Deep back to Castle Light and get our Heretic Sutra. Yeah, this prog is just so convenient, I can't lie. Combat timer ran out. King Thresher that was corrupt just spawned here. I don't know if I caught that on video, but thankfully I don't have to fight that. That would have been very inconvenient. Back to Castle we go. Let's get our Heretics, and then we'll escape depths to unlock all of our achievements. I'll once again be showing you guys the most optimal route to get Heretic Sutra, since there's a lot of people that will still put key in the door in order to get it, when there is a far faster way of doing so. Alright, once you spawn in, you want to go this direction, so not the direction of that tree. Then you just want to keep hugging the left wall, walk around here, head onto the pathway past this lantern, and then once you come around here, you'll see this little wall. You can't interact with this door, but you can roll clip through it. Once you do so, because it's a pretty easy door to roll clip through, it might take you a few attempts, you jump down here, and get your Heretics. From there, you can light hook out, and that's how you get Heretic Sutra in well under a minute. Definitely use this if you ever need to get it. Alright, now that I'm back at Castle Light, I'm just gonna go get an Idol of Young Shul and escape depths. From there, I'll need to unlock multiple achievements, and sadly, I'll also need to farm the Gale Stones. But it's fine though, since we already have enough investment points to get us to max power 20. Release me from the depths, and here we go. We'll wake up at Atreus first to enact the first stage of our plan. Also, hello Owen. That's one of the other skipper grippers, by the way. Now that we're in Etris, we're gonna go kill the Neves to get frigid prisms and start by unlocking cross draw. Also, why I'm doing that, I want to clear up a little misconception I know some people have about the channel. So if you guys don't know, this channel was originally started by me and my 4 other friends. They were in the guild on screen. Obviously, the Skipper Gripper fan club is just the guild for the channel that I'm in. But a lot of people don't know what happened to them and how the channel ran. So we originally just wanted to start a Deepwoken channel to see if, well, we could get the content creator role. Because, you know, that's useful to us since we get suggestion perms and all that. Alright, Neve isn't here, so I'm just going to hop to a public server real quick. Alright, so the way the channel worked when we started was whenever we wanted, any of us could work on whatever video we wanted and just post it. I was generally the main guy posting in the beginning just because I had already been mentored by, well, a channel with, what was he at now? I think he's at like 130,000 subscribers. No one in the Deepwoken scene, by the way. Not like Agamatsu or anything. But I already had info on how YouTube worked going into it, so I was sort of the main guy uploading all the PvE content, and the others just kind of upload whatever videos they thought would be fun. They eventually all just got burned out of Deepwoken, and well, the way I work, I don't burn out of games that often. When I main a game, like properly main it where I'm just playing it privately on my own time, I will often play that game for multiple years before I decide to switch games. So I ended up sticking around Deepwoken once they'd all burned out, and that kind of led to me just becoming the dominant face of the channel, whereas most people probably don't know about the PvP content that used to get uploaded. There has been one video that has been uploaded somewhat recently by one of them, and that's the food guide. That was voiced by me, but it was mainly edited by my friend Abraham, who was one of the skippers. They're all playing Deepwoken once again somewhat frequently, just because Deepwoken is, well, fun in a group. See, Skyblood, Glassblood. Never mind, Skyblood is the thing that drops from the Gale Trainer. Now we'll head over to Mini. But yeah, as I was saying, they've all started playing recently, but in all likelihood, they probably won't upload content again, just because content creation, it's really a skill you have to know well, since while you guys probably don't see everything that goes into these videos, I spend a lot of time practicing commentating. I've made a lot of thumbnails. I need to make sure the videos are actually interesting, you know, pick the right music and all that. It's not incredibly hard, but if you don't have like a passion for it, which, you know, most people don't, it's understandable. Editing is so boring sometimes. Just realize we need to get a boat in order to sail to Mini, so let's do that. Thankfully, we have quite a lot of notes in order to buy a boat, just because the deep down job system is insane. Actually, wait, I just realized I might as well sell this inventory, just so I'm not hindering my movement speed too much. So I'll place down guild base and go do that. Yeah, a lot of people think that, like, once I got content creator role, I excommunicated all my friends, I reaped all the benefits and stole the channel. That's not really true. Like, the main reason I got the actual perks of being a content creator was, one, because I was the one pulling in the views, and two, because, well, I'm a PvE main, so me getting jumped in depths is significantly less optimal than them, since they can actually, you know, fight back. I'm not particularly good at PvP, guys. I don't know, I've just never had a motivation to learn PvP, but I'll ramble about PvP in a sec. Yeah, I just wanted to make it clear, like, how the channel actually works with 5 of us, because they still do all of access to the account. Like, they can log on whenever they want. Well, it's more or less like they just don't have the same motivation for content, which is very understandable. And I did not excommunicate them. I am in a Discord call with them right now. I'm just, you know, deafened to actually prog. Alright, a little ramble about the channel over. Let's finish sailing to Mini, because here I am going to do the extra talent hand and aces quest, just because while we're in the surface, I might as well do everything we need to do. I think I might do either a ferryman or a premodon after, just because of all the auto dieting points we have. I only need like one big burst of XP, which I can get through a boss, and then I can reach power 20. Ferryman should be the quickest, especially since we should hopefully get Gale Mantras soon. I know it kind of looks weird. This is a Gale Mage build, and we don't have any Gale Mantras, but that's just because we need to go 1 Gale to be optimal. If I could start with 5 Gale, I would, but I'm pretty sure that would slightly ruin the build, since the stats on this build are very tight, and I honestly don't know if it's race lock. For the showcase, I'll actually tell you guys if it only works on a certain race. Well, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, and I know as a fact that the other versions of Tempest, Tyrant, and V2 do work on any race. Alright, so while I'm getting the books for the mantra quest, let me ramble about what I think about PvP. Because compared to most Deepwoken players who do enjoy PvP, I honestly think very different. So the main allure that brought me to PvE was simply the fact that, well, you could farm a lot of loot, and I like I like to see the number get bigger. But the main reason that I've honestly stayed is just because I enjoy speedrunning as a whole, slash like optimizing PvE builds in order to be slightly better. Because unlike in PvP, where a build's quality is largely dependent on the skill of the person using it, in PvE, you're essentially just optimizing raw numbers in order to be better. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that same philosophy can be applied to PvP, but the philosophy of optimizing a number to be better is just better in PvE overall. So that's kind of what's kept me making so many PvE builds. It's like gotten to the point where I'm not even posting third of the PvE builds I've made. The amount of prototype V6 Godslayers I've progged in the last couple weeks is insane. So if you're wondering, sadly none of them have currently yet surpassed the current Godslayers, which I mean is to be expected. Like, I've worked on V5 for so long. There is actually a more optimized V5 that I haven't released publicly yet, but that's more because it's not going to necessarily interest anyone. It's more or less a V5 that's been totally optimized for the purposes of speedrunning, and thus gives up a lot of extra defense. Which, you know, not optimal for most people since they want to maintain stuff like their Conditioned Runner. While you don't need a ton of HP for boss killers either, Conditioned Runner is just really good because it means you can miss a parry here and there as long as you're running around to heal it up. But don't worry, I am still working on AV6. We got a little off topic, but let me actually address why I'm disinterested in PvP as a whole. It mainly boils down to, actually, I don't really know what it boils down to. I guess I just don't find PvP content that interesting to watch. Like, I'm not calling people boring. Like, PvP content requires a very different set of skills to PvE, where you have to, you know, not get ganked by 50 people, be good in Chime and all that. But so I just can't watch a Chime video. It just boils down to that. I don't know what it is about Chime gameplay, but to me, a PvE main, I personally find it, I don't know, a little stale. I find most builds to be the same, which, let me just state, that sounds hypocritical, because I mean, you can also say that about PvE, and the main reason I call a lot of PvE builds different is because I've done PvE for so long, I know all the minute differences. So, sorry to any PvP players that have offended out there, just know I'm not exactly an expert in how PvP builds work. But yeah, me just not finding a lot of the videos uploaded on PvP that interesting, it is probably like a consequence of why I can't get engaged. The only PvP content that I'll necessarily watch frequently is Inu's videos, just because he's in the depths, he's fighting a lot of people, and Inu is a genuinely good player. He just hops builds a lot. Plus, you know, he's also helping the PvE mains and freshies because he's ganking depth gankers, which is like amazing. I always joke to my friends that he's like Batman. If you don't know, his little origin story behind why he actually wipes depth gankers is because in verse 1, back when stuff like curves and crypts were super rare, he got a curved blade, and then he ended up getting ganked on that slot with the curved as he was escaping depths and lost it. You know, that was kind of like his like crime alley for Batman that like sent him down the path of killing all depth gankers to get back what he lost. So that's such a sick origin story. But yeah, because of that, he ended up becoming like a really honorable PvP player, I can't lie. Saves freshies, saves the depths, and I just find that genuinely enjoyable, whereas most Chime gameplay I honestly find less enjoyable, but that's just personal preference. I'm sure a lot of you will watch a ton of those Chime montages. I mean, there's even some on the Skip Agrippa channel from my friends, who I'm kind of biased in liking them because, you know, they're my friends. Let's just climb up here. Kinda got lost in the gap, yeah, but yeah, I'm just disinterested in PvP as a whole. I get a lot of people asking for PvP builds, but honestly, I just don't find them interesting in the same way that I find making PvE builds interesting. That's just my take though, and is often why I'm so defensive about major PvE changes. Although I will state that as a whole, I've agreed with a decent amount of the PvE changes that have happened. Finding a Sharko in 300 ping, amazing. Like, when they tried to nerf counter, I honestly thought that was fine. Like, I understand wanting to farm the Diluvian easier for loot, but having one dominant bell is like major issue for the game's balance. It's like running Sacred is cool, running Crazy Slots is cool, but like just running counter, kinda lame. Although, you know, they didn't exactly do a good job of the nerf. Archmage, please let me onto that tester team, man. I know what I'm doing with PvE. I don't know. I definitely would like to become a tester, but I don't think most of their priorities are to PvE. Although I will state that I don't think the test team is fully competent in terms of managing PvE. But that is coming from somebody who, like, they PvE like 10 times more than the normal person. So, you know, naturally I'm going to be more opinionated. What are they getting? Bandits! I need to assassinate the Legion guys, so Gonna have to unfortunately kill these guys. Of course, the bandit leader's last one standing. There's, oh yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, test the team in PvE. Yeah, like, testers aren't doing an awful job. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't know what goes into being a tester, and I'm sure they're putting a lot of their work towards conquest. PvE just honestly seems to be a little neglected, if not, like, mismanaged. For all I know, there's a bunch of testers pushing for really positive PvE changes. Although, I will say one change that 100% needs to be added to the game, a rebalancing of the PvE loot pool. Because the hard truth is that, as it currently stands, build variety is dead in Deepwoken. And I don't think many people who have, like, played a lot of the aspects of PvE would disagree with that. Because as it stands, there's really only a purpose to farming 1 and maybe 3 things in Deepwoken. Those being the Diluvian for every relic in the game at an insanely high rate. Layer 2 for the sake of getting Bloodforged grounds, which a Bloodforged is the only valuable thing left in the game. Not because it's good, but just because the devs haven't completely gutted its drop rate. Astral and Pyre Keepers used to be valuable, but not anymore. And the third thing is, well, Primadon. Primadon is the third thing that's worth farming, worth in quotations, but that's only really because, well, you get a way worse rate of relics than the Diluvian, like maybe 1/10 the rate, and you run the risk getting ganked. So there's only really a point to farming Primadon if you want to get Pyre Keepers and Imperial Staffs. Right, took a while, but we finally got the second Gale Stone we needed. Now we can head out of this cave and do the Sharko extra talent hand quest. A bit ago, I suggested a way to essentially rebalance the loot pool and actually make it fair. So I'm not going to suggest nerfing the Diluvian because, well, I think it's been around for long enough that nerfing it is only going to hurt new players or people who haven't abused it. What I think is the best way to actually make the loot pool balanced is to give each boss a relic at a higher rate. So what that would entail is bosses like Chaser and Duke have a 30 and 40, have a 1 in 30 and 40 chance of dropping a Sinner's Ash. Since those bosses, especially Duke, aren't really farmed at all aside from speedruns, and it would give people a reason to farm them if they needed some specific relic. The other ones were like Ferryman and Prima for idols, then you give Maestro Armor's needles, and then you give Ethiron a Moonzite Tome. I mean, maybe you can keep it so that Primadon has more relics at a higher rate, just because Primadon has the most actual player interaction. But as a whole, I think it's just better if each boss has a relic at one specific high rate. That way, if you're after one thing in particular, you do that boss. But in the case if you're after everything, then it's actually worth to do the Diluvian. Again, this change would just give boss killer builds an actual purpose beyond, well, speedrunning and Primadon and Bloodforged Crown. And it would, you know, keep the Diluvian not incredibly, well, bad. That's just what I think. You guys can check out the suggestion if you want, but yeah, once again, devs, if you're listening, please consider it. It would make the game so much healthier if each boss dropped one relic at a decent rate. Again, like, the same rate as if, like, you could get one of the Diluvian. Since what, an average player maybe takes 25 minutes to clear the Diluvian on a decent build, and then in those 25 minutes you get, well, especially in 2x loot, you get Sinner's Ash, Moonzite Tome, 3 idols, 5 armors. I mean, not quite that insane, but at least you will get one of each relic every 25 minutes, generally. Which, you know, you consider the fact that in my literal hundreds of Chaser runs, I've dropped 3 Sinner's Ashes ever, and in Diluvian, I've probably dropped about 15 Sinner's Ashes, which is crazy. So that's just why I think the loot pool needs to be rebalanced, not by, well, nerfing the new content, but by giving old content a purpose once again. I think it's a pretty healthy way to manage the current loot imbalance. I don't know though, let me know what you guys think, since obviously my ideas might not be what's most optimal, and I'm sure you guys can think of something good. So yeah, there is currently a Sharko coming for me. I'm gonna try to Seafarers and get away. Goodbye, Sharko. Unlucky. She's still hitting me. So if I just angle my sails, I should be able to outspeed his swimming. And there we go. The last thing we've got to do now that we've done both of the extra talent hands, hand in these 2 Gale Stones, get Gale Breath. I'll probably do the mantra quest later when I can actually get more mantras I need. Then I'll go to Easton, Shrine of Order, Ferryman. From there I should be able to hit max power. Then I can do stuff like getting our actual armor and my oath. And in our Gale Stones, and we should receive the Sky blood. There we go, chuck that in there for now. We're gonna use it in just a sec. From here, let's just head to the Eastern Luminant and go to Songseeker. Now that we're in the Eastern Luminant, I'm gonna get rid of our boat and we can just reset the Songseeker. Very easy time save. Alright, we've reset. Shrine of Order is just through this wall, so I'll summon out our boat to get across here, and then we'll go talk to the shrine. From there, I'll just see if we can power up from our autodidact points. If not, I'll probably just go to a Ferryman or Primadon, and then, yeah, we'll be max power. All we need to do then is do the small stuff of the build, like get our Oath, armor, and transfer over some gear. Really easy stuff. Luckily, the Mind Skippers haven't spawned on us. Wait, is that a player? Okay, thought I was getting void walked, although it appears somebody above me is. Oh, there is actually a guy here. He's friendly though. Can I hit you a few times with strength? Nice. Not much of a risk. 22 and everything, yeah. And the obvious flaw. Not bad. I'll let this guy hit me now. Not too concerned about this guy killing me. Okay, now he just wants me to parry him. I'll just hold M1. I don't have any wood on me, unfortunately. Oh, wipe me. Okay. Alright, unfortunate. Put me in void zone. I will do. Unlucky. Unlucky. Good luck. Alright, yeah. Messing up a build feels bad. Oh, I'll take the brown captain call. Might as well loot his body. I've got until he leaves it. Oh, okay, unlucky. Got kicked out. So I'll place my guild base down, and then we'll go interact with a campfire and see if we can power up from autodidact. While this build has a really painful pre-shrine, well, not painful, it's more just you shrine super late, the post-shrine is so easy because the stats just kind of fall into place. That's all the intelligence and agility we'll need. Now we can just get 5 and dump the rest of our points into Gale Breath. Power up. I wonder if we'll be... I doubt we'll be able to get to power 20, but if we can, that'll be super good. Oh, we have so many... I need to go wish for... I'll try to get Conditioned Runner. So I believe it's this prompt. Brag Nullifying, sure. Permanence, Endurance. Well, oh, actually, we need a Perfect Flash. My bad. Don't want Safety, and we do want Cap Artist. This build is capable of Wave Dashing. Perfect Flash, definitely want that. It's crazy good for bosses. Grab that. Now we should have the requirements for Conditioned Runner. There we go. Really good healing on the build. Gale Lunge, we do need that, so that's nice to have now. 5 Vitality, and let's see if we can power up once again. The good thing about this build is we actually never go above 75 element. Last little hurdle and we missed it. Alright, that's fine though. Let me just go talk to Mystic, and I'm going to guarantee Gale Mantras. From here on, I think I might just go kill a Primadon in order to reach power 20. I am going to have to do it in public servers, but I think I should be fine. What I'm more nervous about is a Void Walker aggroing on me, which will definitely stuff me up if that happens. Let me get some XP from these Threshers real quick. I know they give decent amounts. 2 on me, let's see if I can take them. Oh, I can fight 2 at once. Nice. I'll probably not be able to power up from these guys. Oh, actually, I just remembered something that I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna go kill the Songseeker Angels. I haven't fought those guys in, what would it have been, like, early verse 2 was the last time I did it. It's a little secret cave in the wall. Some of you older players might know it, but a lot of the new gens unlikely. Sadly, this cave has been, you know, sort of power crept by ferrymen and all that, but it's still pretty useful. Yeah, like I thought, nobody's exactly farmed it. Alright, let's not die to angels. Luckily, it's my ping. That being said, angels are definitely known for being very cowardly. Seems Emotion Wave shreds them though. Oh, cornered one of them. Luckily, once they're down, I can Discovery of Fire to kill them fast. Damn, these guys are tankier than I remembered. Bro, can these guys die? Okay, Jesus Christ. Wasn't even the angel I was targeting this entire time that died. What? Okay, we got one angel down at least. Just waiting for Emotion Wave. Use that. More of them dead. Discovery of Fire once again. Okay, it looks like I couldn't burn these guys. It's only this guy left. Discovery of Fire. And that's all of the angels dead. I haven't done this cave in a while, and I think I know why. Angels are just so annoying to fight. No power up, but we'll check the rings. No DVM rings either. Unfortunate. Let's just go up and then I'll go do a Primadon. Let's just quickly spawn this Primadon and then we should be able to hit max power in no time. Spawn in, we'll head down here. You should be really easy to kill at power 19. I'm used to doing them on some power 6s just to get some free knowledge pre-shrine, or because it's easy XP. Oh, already throwing. I don't actually know how good Emotion Wave is. In my opinion, it's overrated, but I'll see how it does against Primadon. I mean, it is level 1, so it's not like it's going to be doing insane damage anyways. That single stomp Primadon does is definitely the hardest move for me to deal with, I can't lie. Emotion Wave is about to come off cooldown. Parry him. I'm hoping he's about to hit phase 2. Probably one more use of Emotion Wave. I also don't know why I'm inhaling because it's not like I can really use Aftercut. Okay, block the insanity. I don't really know how much of this is on motion wave. Criminal is almost dead. I'm pretty sure the phase 2 thing is like at 25% HP. And Criminal is dead. Finally, we're at power 20. All right, let's take a look at our cards. Don't need light speed. We definitely want suffocating impact. Spine cutter. It's an extra rare. We might as well take extra rares at power 20. How many rares do we even have? 1, 2. Oh yeah, we definitely have a ton of spare rares that we could reroll, worst case. So I'm just going to take Haunted Gale for now. We will end up going Spectre Path on this build. Let's see, Warden's Blades. I think we want Warden's Blades. I'll have to check with the build maker. Let's just loot all of Criminon's chests. Might as well get some money since we should be able to max out our mantra levels now. Alright, I'm not going to be able to carry everything in every chest. Oh, Pikekeeper, nice. Unexpected. Just keep checking. Grab the Umbral. A Storm's Eye as well. Nice, nice. This isn't even 2x loot and we're getting so much stuff. Okay, let me check for a good Ring of Casters or Ring of Curses real quick. I mean, Ishan's Ring, Blue and Blessed. Want both of those and a 4% ring. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything particularly good in terms of gear there, but I will equip that Dawn Fist ring. Where is it? Actually, no, it was Maestro's ring. Okay, I'll equip that. Sell all of this, and we will go to upgrade our mantras. Just gonna chop this tree down. I'll place a campfire to invest the rest of our autodidact points, and then that'll leave us with a completely maxed out build in terms of stats at least. There is still a talent as well as an oath we need to get, but that won't take us much time. Of course, the campfire goes out instantly. Invest points, 50 Gale, and 60, perfect. With that one extra point we have left, we're not missing anything, so get 61 Gale. And that is the stats to our build, completely maxed out. Now I'm just gonna check if we can reset, despawn the boat, and we can. Alright, this will send us back to Songseeker. From there, we need to head to Etris, and then Vigils once again to do the mantra quest, and then we're basically done with the build, aside from the oath. Back at Songseeker, let's just sail through the speed gate and head to the Etrian Luminant. I'm gonna get a talent many of you probably didn't even know exists, or if you did, you haven't gotten it in an incredibly long time. I'm just gonna go into Guild Base and withdraw my Dying Embers. You'll see exactly why I need these very soon. Let me actually just sell some of my loot from Criminon as well. Sell that, and that's honestly, that might be enough money for us to max out all of our mantras. Because we don't get level 5 mantras on this build, but that doesn't matter. Talk to this guy, what am I reading? Could you teach me? Sure. Hello friend, do you have those Dying Embers? Yep, thank you. Bleatski's Will. Talent is... yeah, this is an incredibly good talent if you remember to get it. What this does is it basically lets you eat stuff like Umbral Obsidian to gain ether back. I'll show you. Let me just spam my mantras, fight you one of these. Full ether. I believe it gives you about 3 bars of ether back, which is crazy good on this build. Simply because in places like Ethiron, especially as a mage, it's not uncommon to run out of ether. So with the Bleatski's Will talents, that doesn't happen because you can just regain any amount of ether you need whenever you want. Anyways, right now what we're gonna do is head to Vigils. I will leave my guild base at Etris, just because I need to head to Shrine of Temptation after that. Place it there, and now let's head to Vigils. I'm just gonna start the mantra quest, but before I get the talent hand, I'm just gonna go into my guild base, and then I'm going to use Mystic to guarantee, I'll go with 3-star Gale mantras. Gee, what the hell is this lag? Am I about to DC? Okay. Weird that we froze midair, but let's just guarantee 3-star mantras and pray we don't get massive ping spikes again. Anyways, like always, we're just gonna head out to behind the bank and get the books for the quest. Here's the books. Little laggy, but we're good. Here's a little trick you might not know. If I unequip my lightning cloak and then I go get the mantra hand, there's actually a really high chance I'll end up getting a Gale mobility mantra, just because the game prioritizes mantra types that you don't already have. Therefore, wind passage immediately, although it's going to be easier for me to get Glacial Arc right now, just because, well, I'm gonna go to Shrine of Temptation anyways, to guarantee that I'll get all the mantras I need. I'm gonna level them up, and then we can head to Devs to do some more stuff. Now that we're at Crypt, I'm gonna start off by placing Guild Base. This is really laggy. I probably won't end up getting my oath today. Spark Swap. Oh, I meant to aim for the guards, but I should be fine. Let me just climb up here, see if I can de-aggro him. It doesn't look like I can. Hopefully this does damage. You can see this how bad my ping is. I'm really hoping I don't DC. Fighting these guards with high ping is not ideal. Oh, another freeze. I don't know what's wrong with my internet today. I'm gonna DC, aren't I? God, okay, I'm running. Bro, why do they auto parry Providence Thorns? Oh, and there's a carbuncle. Okay, we gotta run. These ping spikes are gonna get me killed. The good thing is, though, once they return to their original spot, they're gonna glitch onto the roof of the crypt, so I'll be a little safer. I'll put a campfire down here, and then hopefully my spark swap will target the right guard this time. Okay, I think if I aim my spark swap down here, I should hit the right guard. Okay, completely. Where am I going? No, bruh. Okay, I went to nowhere. However, these guards... Yep, okay, everything here is despawned. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to despawn both of these as well, because I'm not exactly in high enough ping to properly fight. Like, look at that! Okay, I have to get this other one in combat. Now I just run. If I run now, once they de-aggro, they're essentially gonna bug out and despawn. I'll show you the ceiling of the crypt afterwards. Unfortunately, that despawning mechanic doesn't apply to carbuncles because they're not humanoids. Alright, I'll climb up here. Now, let me actually show you where these guys are. So, yes, content creators get free cam and private servers only. As you can see, they're all glitched up here. And the guys in the crypt should be gone. Okay, once facing the wall, this side is despawned. Good enough. I'll head down here. We'll have to deal with this guy. Never mind. Oh my god, let me move. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely not doing layer 2 today. I'm gonna wipe if I have to play in these conditions. Alright, they're gone, so now we can talk to Shrine of Temptation. I've started to realize that I don't actually have enough mantras to get everything I want, and just because I don't want to come back to the surface again after I go back down, I am going to reroll additionally Glacial Arc, and if I need to, Lightning Clones in order to get everything that I need for this build. Also, I consumed a Moonside Tome, so that's why I have more knowledge. I just want to level up all the mantras we need right now, so I don't have to do it in the future, because we have quite a lot of Gale mantras that we need. Twisted Kicks, we'll take that. Then we'll re-roll Emotion Wave. It's been nice using it, but definitely overrated in my opinion. 3-star Combat, Astral Wind, perfect. Wardens, let's check. Tornado, nice. And we also are going to need Heavenly Wind. Let me just equip Lightning Cloak, and so that way we can re-roll that. Let's see, Wind Passage, sure. Then I'll go re-roll Glacial Arc. Heavenly Wind. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else important. We do need to get Gale Punch, so I can just reroll Lightning Clones, since we can get that later. Everything we have is currently Gale. Wind Combat, Gale Punch, perfect. And I have everything that we need to level up right now. Anything left, we can just level up in the future, or the level on it doesn't matter. Actually, we do sort of need to get reinforced, and the Heavenly Wind level doesn't matter at all. So I am going to go guarantee a Fortitude mantra and reroll Heavenly Wind. This is definitely way more mantra rerolling than I should have been doing, so I'll make sure to remind everyone to get a lot of mantras pre-shrine in the showcase. Like I said, I'm kind of just figuring things out as I go on the prog. That way I can provide an accurate showcase. How is he back already? What is this respawn rate? Now he's dead. Alright, let's go re-roll Heavenly Wind and hopefully get reinforced immediately. Brace, Glacial Arc. Okay, we didn't get it. So let's once again re-roll. Okay, it doesn't want to give me reinforced, so I'm gonna have to start burning stuff. Wanted to conserve my aces for the talents, but it unfortunately looks like we need to use them right now. So look at this lag, Jesus. Get rid of Frozen Servants, and Reinforce is the only Fortitude left, so we have now got it. Alright, now we'll go spend all of our notes to level up, and then we should hopefully have enough knowledge spare in order to check our talents, make them all perfect. Sadly, like I said, the Oath is going to have to wait till, well, when my internet isn't lag spiking constantly, because this is not prime ethiron ping. Alright, let's go talk to this person, and we'll start to level up the mantras. I believe we have enough notes. If not, we can just sell some random legendary items I have in the bank. Now we'll grab out Tornado. I don't actually think we'll have enough notes. Insufficient. That's fine. We have some spare stuff in the bank, I think. 3k notes in the deposit box. That's not a lot. I'm definitely going to have to top that up later, but it's enough for now. Tornado level 4. Now we'll grab Gale Lunge. And there we go. That is all our mantras completely leveled up. Obviously, leveling up stuff like lightning clones doesn't particularly matter. So we'll just fix up our mantras in the depths. I think this is everything we need to do for now, so I'm gonna call it the deep and we'll go back to Castle Light. What I might do instead, just because my ping is so bad, is I'm just gonna start working on the prog video and the showcase at the same time, and I'll check back with you guys once I've got more stable ping than what's currently going on. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next day, and thankfully I'm not ping spiking as much as before, so this means I can actually do a layer 2 now. Let me just go in here and craft the Ignition Deep Delver. This will be our final armor set because it is incredibly tanky. For now though, I am just going to head to the Temple of Hearts, and we are going to start to fix up our mantras and the rest of the talents on this build. Like I said before, we are going to have more mantras than we can use anyways, just because we need different mantras for Layer 2 and the Diluvian. To do both things, we're also going to have 2 different weapons. The one we'll be using for bosses will be a Grim Rapier, while the one we're using for Diluvian will be a Detonation Avenger. Those 2 things are just the best possible weapons we can use. Since the Grim Rapier will make our mantras deal 20% more damage, we're good. Okay, probably shouldn't have been commentating or gliding over the void. That could have ended a lot worse. But yeah, Grim Rapier, it allows us to apply Grim on the crit basically instantly, making our mantras deal a lot more damage. And then the Detonation Avenger just does a lot of posture damage, has a long range crit, a lot of range itself, and allows us to deal splash posture damage to the humanoids in the Diluvian. So those 2 weapons are incredibly good. I'm gonna put some mantras in our hotbar and let's just test. Alright, considering we had no DVM on, that wasn't half bad. Obviously, once we get Spectre and then Inhale, we'll be dealing significantly more damage with our mantras. Anyways, here we are at Temple of Hearts. Let's start to fix up our talent cards. Alright, I've just checked over all the talents on the talent list, and I have a total of 19 rares when I only need 15. So this means I can start to lose some rares in the Shrine of Unification. So let me just guarantee 1-star ice mantras, and I'll get Glacial Arc back. To do that, I'll just give up Champion's Regalia and Concussion. Those are just posture damage and carry load talents, which we don't really need. There we go, Glacial Arc. Now I'll just try and get Heavenly Wind back. A depth level Wind mantras. Talk to Shrine of Unification yet again. We'll give up Warrior's Respite and Bulldozer. Heavenly Wind, perfect. Sadly, I can't equip it at the moment, but that's fine. Now, I just need Lightning Clones and Reinforced, so I've got to guarantee 1-star Lightning Mantras. Then I'll give up Strong Stern and Disbelief. Nothing I need there, so I'll take a Filler Mantra for now. Then I will reroll Lightning Strike, and nothing we needed, so I'm going to have to reroll again. I don't have the most knowledge in the world, so I got to be a little bit careful. Going to use my final ace to burn an excess lightning card. I only need lightning clones, and then our mantras are finished, aside from the oath. Lightning clones, perfect. That is all of our mantras sorted out. Now I've just got to start fixing up the mess that is my talents. The first thing I'm going to do is get Kickoff and Time to Go. So I need to guarantee I once performed in a circus. That's the correct talent tree. Reroll Triathlete. Oh, wait. Wrong shrine. There we go. Here is Shrine of Chance. So I'll reroll Triathlete. We did need Breathing Impact, so I'll take that. Then I'll reroll Static Withdrawal. Oh, okay. We're getting all the cards aside from the Acrobat cards we actually need. So I'll just keep rerolling stuff and picking talents. Alright. This Acrobat card we don't need, so I'll take it for now, but I'll just reroll off it later. Now I'll get rid of this. There we go, Kickoff, exactly what we needed. We do need Time to Go as well, so I'll get rid of Heavy Haul. We did need Mantra Permanence, so I might as well take that. And I'll get rid of Pack Mule. There we go, Time to Go. Then I'll come down here and get rid of Shared Misery. Sadly, we are going to need to do a floor 2. However, we need to do that for the Oath anyways, so it's fine. Okay, for now, I'm just going to head back to Castle of Light, and we'll get ready to go kill Ethiron. Before we do Ethiron, I have drew some loot from my bank. So we'll grab the rapier that we'll use for the build. This will allow us to proc Grim really fast. Then I'll equip some miscellaneous equipment I had, like a ring of casters, boosting our damage by a little bit, then just whatever gear I had in the deposit box that gave me the most DVM, and including this God Roll helmet, which gives us a ton of really good stats. I planned to use it for a Godslayer prototype, but the build didn't work out sadly. At least I still have the God Roll helmet available. Normally on this channel, I don't show me doing a full layer 2. I sparks it the wrong way. Especially when I'm doing any sort of Diluvian build, just because it's way more time efficient for me to just get boosted through it, since, well, I'm never gonna do layer 2 on a Diluvian build anyways. But since this is a special occasion, I'm gonna show the complete layer 2 process. I'm probably kinda rusty at ethiron, I can't lie, but there's no way we're dying with a build this unbelievably tanky. The time is definitely not going to be fast at the moment, just because we don't have the build maxed out, and I can't take the ordinary route that I use, but I'll do the best with what I have. I'm going to try and wave dash from here to Bonekeeper as soon as this wind subsides. I completely missed the wave dash. Okay, we'll head through here. Sadly, I didn't have enough knowledge to get stuff like Wind Step and Uppercut on this build, so our damage is very much going to be hurt. So I'm curious if we'll still be able to one-cycle Ethiron. Let's get up here. No way, no way, no. Okay, we're not knocked off, but we did get incredibly unlucky there. That wind almost never knocks us off ordinarily. Just wait for this wind to subside, get up here quick, and I think we're good. Of course he avoided my tornado as soon as I applied Grim to him. We're only able to use half of our mantras on this build, so that was not quick at all. It's fine though, we'll live. Having Brick Wall on layer 2 is definitely going to be a new experience for me. Since if you don't know, except under rare circumstances like this build here, Brick Wall is pretty much a downside for layer 2, just because of how expensive it is stat point wise. So, do I not have Cap Artist? Okay, I barely use Cap Artist for some reason. I'll look into that later. For now though, let me just make this jump over here. I probably should have equipped a Tyrant pendant before starting this, just so there's no downside to me jumping all over the place. Regardless, let me quickly get the Union Hook talent. Come in here, talk to this guy. There's our Union Hook. Now we can just do that. Something else I really think they should add is just making the layer 2 talents, or at least Ethiron's Gaze, to be a Echoes thing. It's really annoying to have to repeatedly get it on every slot. I mean, it doesn't take that long, but it would be a major time save just to avoid having to get it every single time. At least I know the navigation of layer 2, so it's not too hard for me. Let me just keep going through here, avoid the bounders jumping on me, then I'll just fall down here, then it's really easy for me to just go to the spear, and I'll show you guys a little trick that can allow you to get back to village really fast. I probably should have modified my mantras before I came in here, thinking about it now. I'm avoiding fighting those guys. Gonna jump down here, and boom, we're already at a cave. Although, I'm gonna show you guys a little bug that I found a while ago. Well, not really bug, it's actually a feature now, since it's officially been endorsed by Archmage by, well, him repatching it. God damn, this wind is so annoying. What the hell? Let me up! Ain't no way I can't get up because of some wind. Okay, there we go. But if you have wind passage, you can just... and then we're through. That was patched in by Archmage himself, so it's 100% intended. Talk to this guy, then we're going to need Conditioned Runner up as we walk over here. We are going to do the Bounder Nest skip, since this build was able to do it with Spark Swap. Jump down here. Going to need to make sure that I'm above 60% when I attempt the jump. We don't quite have the climb height to fully make this on our own, so we're just going to have to double climb. Then we'll wait till we hear the Bounders, Spark Swap, and that is how you do the Bounder Nest skip on this build. And of course I had to get a lag spike that cancelled my glacial arc. This game doesn't like me sometimes. It's fine though, for a first layer 2 run, arriving the chaser at 7 minutes isn't bad. Unfortunately, it won't be a terribly fast chaser kill. Changing out Heavenly Wind for Lightning Clones, just so we can build Max Chain. This is what the mage builds do on a lot of these speedruns. Spawn Lightning Clones. I have to get one away from proccing Grim, which will be kind of hard. Wait for Lightning Clone cooldown. Just because I didn't modify Lightning Clones, it doesn't last very long. One more hit should proc it, so I'm just going to play it safe for now. One more Lightning Clones, and I should have all the chain that I need to start Chaser. I can't M1 him again, sadly, just because I want to save Grim. Alright, here we are at Chaser. We don't have many mantras equipped, but that should be fine. As long as I don't get hit, I can retain max chain stacks. Sadly though, no perfect flash, just because we're not above 95%. We can make do though. Oh, why the hell did he go down? Okay, we're not getting a lot of damage off this phase, but we'll have to live with it. Very messy chaser fight, but don't worry, I'll make sure to hit a 1 cycle later. There we go, Grim proc. It's really fast to do on this build. Missed the Gale Lunge, sadly. If we're lucky, Chase is dead, but I doubt it. Yeah, like I said, build is not maxed at all yet. Alright, he should be dead now. There we go. Took a little longer than expected, but 10 minutes for the first layer 2 run where we got all the talents isn't that bad. I am actually going to equip Gale Punch for the Ethiron fight, just so I have more stuff I can use. Alright, Blood Flare Karmas, and then I'm going to grab the excess blue gems, just because you can never have too many. Alright, well, let's go down to floor 2. Alright, here we are. Warning, this is definitely going to be a slow run, just because we're not exactly using the build to its fullest potential yet. Regardless, I need to try to get as many medallions as possible, just because I need to make sure that I can get Dawnwalker and a lot of the missing talents. So that means we're going to need a lot of knowledge. Worst case though, I will just consume excess Moon's Eyes, since I still have 9 banked. Ignore that I'm currently getting shot at by spears, but I am going to show you guys a little speedrun skip that can allow you to essentially just ignore having to do the library as a whole. So let me just jump down here, and then if you just walk around here, you can manage to clip into a small part in the library. So I believe it's right here. And there you go. No doing puzzle for you. Getting out is a little bit harder. Worst case though, you can just wait for Wind Passage cooldown. There is a chance you can also roll clip through, but I would really only recommend trying this skip if you have Wind Passage. There we go, clip through, and that is a really fast way to do the library in floor 2. All you need is a little bit of Gale. Alright, off to do the rest of the lanterns. I'll actually show you guys another trick that's definitely going to help you while doing your runs. So if you just do this, now the city is going to be completely empty for you, which is going to definitely make it significantly easier to traverse. I'm going to grab the first chest of the run. I don't know how many medallions we'll need, however, I do know that we only need 40 for Dawnwalker, just because you can max it out with 10 knowledge. Therefore, effectively, we already have half the medallions we require. I'm going to chuck these back in my inventory. Now let's go up here and grab the next lantern. Come through here. Now we'll just go to sewers. Some of the guys are still spawned, but that's only the big ones and not the snipers. Let's go down here. The good thing about having Conditioned Runner is we can afford to take full damage on this build. Ordinarily, I would use a Tyrant's Pendant, but I'd have to transfer one from another slot and just forgot. Now I believe we can just come down here. Yep, there's the lantern. My navigation of sewers isn't amazing, but it's good enough. Here we go. Now a really easy way to get out is interact. And boom, we're out. No risk at all. I'll climb the ladder, and then we'll just get out of sewers. Sadly, these guys will spawn because they are a set spawn and not spawned in by triggering all the guards. The good thing about having Brick Wall, though, is we can't ragdoll. So Brick Wall does have some upsides for its massive requirement. Alright, next lantern is going to be Outskirts. So let's go grab that. I'll have to look out for more medallion chests on the way since I haven't found many thus far. Only the one at the very start. Interact with this. Then run away from the divers. Now that Ethiron's gate is opened, we are going to freely look for the other chests in floor 2. I see the beam of one more, so I'm going to go grab that. No wind step is making getting around a little harder, but it's not too bad. Alright, I see yet another chest on this building, so let me grab that. Unmodified wind passage is really slow, I can't lie. Oh, and that's yet another chest over there. Let me figure out the best way to get this. The ability to not being able to Gale Leap, definitely a new experience on Gale. Don't worry though, that'll be fixed as soon as we get the rest of the talents for this build. Then we will be flying in the air. Light Hook is barely intact, we're just gonna let it shatter. Grab this chest. We should have all the medallions we need now, but I am just gonna go check another location. I hear another chest. I don't know if that's through the wall, although I believe it is. That's fine though, let me just go through here. Not on Lightborn Lake, unfortunately. I don't know where that chest I'm hearing is, but it's too hard to find, so I'm just gonna forget it and head to Ethiron. It's in this direction. Oh, wait, I found it. I saw it in a crack through the window. I didn't mean to fall, but that's fine. I could do the chests in here, but not at the moment. Especially not on a max build. I don't want to risk fighting too many things at once. We will be severely limited by the fact we can't use our full force. And I think that's all the medallions we can get at the moment. Oh, I hear another one. Hopefully it's not in the sewers. I might have... I don't want to go back down there. Okay, let's wait for it to sound off again. It's in this direction. That means it's probably in the sewers. I'm just going to forget about it. Let me just walk through this guy. Thankfully, they can't really affect me because I can't ragdoll. And I'll just condition run all the health back immediately. Anyways, let's head to Ethiron and start the boss fight. Actually, never mind. It appears that Kier's chest was actually the Ethiron orb. I still hear it all the way over here. That's odd. Let's start the fight and try not to wipe to Ethiron. Don't worry though, we have conditioned runner, so we'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, perfectly parried that beam. It's pretty rare. Immediately going for the ult. Okay. Alright, only scratched us. We can work with that. Thankfully, the tornado kills the health packs in one go. Unfortunately though, we missed the parry in all 3 of the bones before. Staircase is all the way over there. Grab this bone, put that in. Next one. Circle around here and we should be able to get them all. Another slab. Okay, we should be 1-0 from proccing Grum on him. Another one. And the bone disappeared. Now's a good chance to tell you guys about the talent. Well, not tell you guys, show you guys the talent in action. And there's a lot of our ether back. Right, of course it's up there. Another ult, of course. I should be able to put this bone in before it fires. There we go. Okay, that hit us a little more than last time, but we're not below the threshold where Condition Runner can't just heal us back. Condition Runner is honest, it's the best defensive talent in the game in my opinion. Like, for generalist use, it's the best. He keeps throwing bones at us, but we're like, no, we're not ready. Okay, let me grab this bone and we'll keep circling around. Where are the 3 things? What? Okay, over here, they would have said, like, some more. Oh, okay, it's on cooldown. The talent has a short cooldown, but it's not too long. Come in there. Yeah, it only tagged us, so we're good. Final bone. Sadly, we won't have perfect flash when attacking Ethiron, but we can make do. I highly doubt this will be a 1 cycle just because of our suboptimal gear and incomplete build, but we'll see what we can manage. I'm going to start with a rapier crit. It's a tornado. Grim is proc on him. You can hear Grim procking on occasion. Oh wait, we actually one-cycled, what? What the hell, the build isn't even done, we don't even have Astral Wind! Alright, I'll loot all on that. And now our medallions have been converted, so we just have to escape. And if we're lucky, I'm going to try to get some more on the way, but it's best not to be greedy in 4-2. To be fair though, we are like near impossible to wipe, so maybe it is worth being a little greedy this time. Eat some more Umbral, infinite source of ether, it's so nice. Gale lunge again, can't eat Umbral quite yet. There we go, all of our ether is back. Seriously guys, pick up Pleaskey's Will if you're planning to ever do floor 2, it is such a good talent. It's gonna spark swap that guy, get us a little further, and I see a chest up there, so I'm gonna grab it since we have so much time remaining. Okay, so don't be greedy. this will get you wiped eventually if you're not mobile enough. Any more chests? There's a chest over there. I have 55 seconds to get it. I'll be good. Chest. 43 seconds remaining. I'll see if I can spot any more that are close by. If not, we will head out. Alright, doesn't look like I'm in luck. Unless there's a chest right there. Nope. Okay, let's head out. And, what, 118 medallions? Very good. Okay, now let's talk to Claris and get our oath. Do that dialogue. Show medallions. What do you have to offer? I vow it. And there is our oath. Unfortunately, we don't have enough knowledge, so let me just spam out the knowledge request. I'll probably convert all of our medallions into knowledge just for safety. That way I can ensure that we get all the talents we need. Worst case though, I can always just do another floor 2. And it'll be significantly faster since we have our oath, and thus can equip all the mantras we need. And there we go. Let me speak the words in their entirety, and there is Dawnwalker maxed out. Now that we're one step closer to finishing the build, I am going to go fix up all of our talents, since we're missing a ton of damage and mobility talents as it is. Let's just glide over to Temple of Hearts. I just noticed how cool this helmet looks, by the way. Damn, I could really use this for some drip in the future. Anyways, back on topic, let's fix up the talents of the build. So I use the winds to enforce my will. Then we'll go to Shrine of Chance once again. Let's reroll Charge Return. We don't need that. Get Inhale. Then we can reroll this. Aftercut, there we go. Only a few more talents we need. I Fight for the Legion. Once again, we'll go to Shrine of Chance, get rid of that. And now we have a very good mobility card. Now we just have to get the Spectre cards. So I seek the qualities of a Spectre. Get rid of Surge as a whole. It looks nice, but it's not required. There's Spectre. Then we'll reroll Steady Footing. We don't need that. Get Apparitions. Get rid of Nullifying. I'll get rid of Ready or Not. It doesn't really do too much overall. And I'd rather get Phantom Step for the mobility. With the final few talents on the build, it's going to become harder to decide what to get rid of, but I'm sure I can find it. We don't really need Padded Armor on the build. It doesn't do too much. Matador, perfect. Now the really important card that we need to get is Armor Conserver, just so we effectively have infinite armor. It's kind of hard to decide what to get rid of at the moment, so I'll just get rid of Nullifying Clarity since we don't need M1 damage on the build anyways. There we go, Armor Conserver, and with that, the build is basically done. The last thing that I've got to do is get the Risky Moves talent. That'll make dodging Ethiron's ult even easier. Let's get rid of Loot Skipper. That's not really required for the build. Don't need any of these, so we'll get rid of Silence's Blade and reroll that once again. Silence's Blade sadly doesn't do anything with Spectre. I've tested it. Still don't need this. Come on, Risky... There we go, Risky Moves. Now we have finished the talents off on this build. There is only one thing left. We need to sort out the drip. So give me some time and I am going to make this build look immaculate. I was heading my way to Boatman's, Kaido spawner. I think we can fight him. You know, yeah, I'm gonna be risky and fight Kaido. If I go back to depths, I go back to depths and I'll just cry. I don't know if this spawner will work. Let's see, Kaido? Oh, yep, Kaido is here. Oh, wait, my food's kind of low. Oh, the method to get behind him is not working. My water bar is not happy right now. Okay, I'm gonna get on the ice temporarily just so I can save on food. I'm so grateful there's no cooldown to Procking Grim. And already dead. That was pretty good considering we messed up. But, yeah, my boat's kind of gone. Looks like I'm swimming. Hopefully I don't run out of food, although I think I have just enough to make it to the shore. Alright, guys, we made it to the shore. You can't really see the drip I have now, but I'll show you after. Anyways, we're gonna do a Ferryman for Belle, and that will also replenish our very low food and water supply. I'm curious to see just how quick this build will be able to do Ferryman. I'm expecting we will kill him in under 30 seconds. Also, my bad for not breaking that last campfire. Alright, let's do a Ferryman before I run out of food. I have tried to build up the highest possible amount of damage I can on this build. Gale Lunge.
Wait.
Missed that. Why is he over there? What? Okay, we completely messed up. At least Grim is procced. Sadly, no auto scream. He's already in phase 2 though. That's surprisingly fast. I don't know why he's teleporting too. First Ferryman dead. I am definitely going to try to get a better kill just to show you guys how good this build can be. Alright, and here we go. Next attempt. Let's see just how fast we can kill Ferryman now. Missed the Gale Punch, but it should still be fine as long as I land this Blinding Dawn. Hey, let's go. We sadly would have killed him even earlier if we actually hit that Gale Punch. But I'm very pleased with the sheer amount of damage we output. And do you guys want to know the craziest thing? We don't even have Auto Scream. That would be 25% more damage and absolutely obliterate Ferryman's HP. Now that we've killed Kaido, as soon as we go to depths again, we are going to be dealing... well, crazy damage to bosses. Alright, so I've now sorted out my drip a little more, and I think it looks pretty good. I went for a lighter design than before, just because I prefer to have brighter colors than just go for all black. If you're curious, this is what the detonation looks like with it, and this is what it would look like with the helmet on. Obviously, the hair wouldn't be clipping, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this drip has turned out. Now we've just got two things left to do. We've got to get the 1 cycle grip on Chaser, and then we're gonna go do some Diluvian. Now I'm going going to reroll to get Auto Scream on this build. It is such a strong talent that I can't really deny not getting it. I'm unsure what I want to get rid of, but I think I'll just get rid of Uproar for now, and I can always reroll for it later. But there is the best damage talent on this build. Plus, with Fleetski's Will, we can just regen our ether like that. So yeah, let's go one cycle chaser. This build is going to be dealing so much damage. So before we start speedrunning in layer 2, we need to actually get our bell. The easiest way for me to do that is to just take a ton of damage from using Glacial Arc. One more of those, and we should be about to die. Let's Glacial Arc again. Didn't go nearly as high, and of course we have just that little sliver of health left. It's alright, third time's the charm. There's no way we don't have it after a chaser, ethiron, and all those ferrymans. See? Run it back, resurrection, and freeze slots. We really need counter on this build, so I'm not liking our odds thus far. We're just gonna head over to Young Shul and reroll our bell. I have a very bad history on this account of just never getting the bell that I need. Every time I've needed a normal counter bell, I've very often got stuff like Drown Teleportation, Kamui, several other corrupt bells before I even got counter. I think on my last build, it took me over 20 idols to get it, which is just insane. So if we can't get it now, then we're gonna have to do Ethiron until we get the right bell, and then, and only then, will I actually start the speedrun chaser. Let's talk to Young Shul, and this dialogue. I pray I get counter. Alright, well, looks like we're doing Ethiron. This is not looking good thus far. Down we go. I'll probably just cut to when we actually stun Ethiron, or looting chests. Here we are at Miserables. We're going to talk to him, and then I see Clarity, and then we are just going to keep wishing for this until we run out of knowledge. We have a bunch, so we're going to be able to stack wishes, but them getting more expensive each time really screwed us over, so we couldn't even get that many. Alright, missed the Glacial Arc there, but we can head to Ethiron. Even if we don't get it, we have 101 more medallions. Now that we're out of Law 2 once again, I am going to go to Young Shul and pray that I get Counterbell. If not, we can go down once again with even more knowledge. I believe we have 5 rerolls of the Young Shul, so let's hope that actually gets us the bell. I mean, then I'm going to need to also get the right Corrupt downside, so that may take a lot of time. Alright, 1 reroll, nothing. Anything better? Nothing better on the second. Still, we got a Corrupt Bell before counter. Come on. Yes! Oh, okay, we got payback. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let's go corrupt this thing and pray I don't have to reroll at Young Shul anymore. I really want to get this in. I think it's like my last Sinner's Ash. Maybe I have 2. Oh, I have 1 more Sinner's Ash after this. That's 1 more build I can prog before I need to start soloing the Diluvian. This is damage. Oh my god, it's damage beam. Guys, I really want to take this. I really do. Let me check the damage. Oh, okay. Let me do math in my head. 8%. We take 8% when we use the bell. Insanity downside is better, but I don't think it'll really matter. Okay, we've done what I wanted to in layer 2. 1 cycle Ethiron consistently, clear chaser in under 5 minutes. So let's go do some Diluvians. This also might be where I like end the video and then I'll just do the outro while in the Diluvian. So keep that in mind. Shit, before I go, let me, I currently have Black Diver equipped. I'm gonna transmog it over Ignition Deep Delver instead, just so I get more defense. Let's equip Deep Delver equipped, and then transmog Black Diver over that. Didn't click it. There we go. Now I have the appearance of Black Diver, but all the utility of Ignition Deep Delver. Best of both worlds. Here we are at the Diluvian. I've equipped my actual monster armor here, and I've also changed out our mantras a little bit. The final thing I'm going to do is swap to a Detonation Avenger, just so that we can deal even more damage. Anyways, this is probably going to be the outro to the video, so I'll play some B-roll footage while I do that. Here we are at the end of the prog. Thank you all for staying to the end, and look out for the showcase and build maker link that'll be dropping pretty soon. This has been a really fun build to prog, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Also, I tried to just talk a lot more this progression and just show you guys more aspects of it, so let me know if you like this sort of longer prog, although an hour and a half isn't anything crazy. Alright, well, get this video to 1k likes, or subscribe until we get to 500 subscribers gained. Check out some more PvE content, join the Discord, and I'll see you all next time.